What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ivy Nganga, and if this is your first time on my channel, welcome to my channel. Happy New Year to you guys as well. This is my first video this year. I hope your year is off to a good start. I'm so happy I'm finally back to doing beauty videos. It's been a minute. Towards the end of last year, I just had a lot going on. I was not able to be as consistent as I had been throughout the year. But this year I'm planning to be more intentional about this channel. I want to be able to grow as much as I possibly can. And of course, the best way to grow is, of course, to put out a lot of content. So that's my plan for this year. Today I'm going to be showing you guys my new makeup routine. It's quite simple. I've really simplified a lot of things, gotten rid of some of the things that I was doing because I've learned a few things along the way. Also, towards the end of last year, I was able to work with someone I've really looked up to for so many years. One of my highlights of 2020 for sure. And I learned quite a bit of things from her as well. So I'm just going to be showing you guys that as well. If you're not yet subscribed to my channel, please do hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so that you're notified every single time I post a video. What else did I forget to say? Oh yeah, thank you so much for everybody who has watched my vision board video. It has done so well, and I'm so grateful. If you're a new subscriber from that video, welcome to this channel. Thank you so much for watching my videos. If you're not really into beauty content, I'm working on getting back to the personal development content. If you've not watched that vision board video, I promise you it's really nice, it's really helpful, just to help you kick off your year with your goals, with whatever you're planning to do this year. So take some time and go watch it. So without even talking too much, let's get into today's video. So I'm going to start with priming my face. So I'm going to be using this Maybelline Pore Minimizing Primer. I actually like it a lot because I find it quite effective. It does blur out my pores, especially around the cheeks, because this is where I get really sweaty, and my makeup doesn't last so much because of my really big pores. So before I applied the primer, I had already applied moisturizer. So I'm now going to move on to foundation. So let me just apply some powder. I'm going to use my black opal powder, and I'm going to set this primer, especially around these areas that I've said really get oily. And around my T-zone. Next up, I'm going to go into foundation. I'm going to be using these two. This is Cappuccino, which is 340, and Golden Caramel, which is 332. So I'm just going to mix them up to sort of come up with my right shade. I'm not really sure if it's the right shade. So one of the things I've changed up this year is I don't do my eyes first, I do complexion. This year I want to focus on just perfecting skin in general. So I'm just going to start with this Cappuccino on the outer parts of my face, especially down here. It's darker than the rest of my face, so I'm just going to blend that into my skin. So another thing I'm working towards is, like I said, I want to focus more on skin, and I don't want to be using a lot of product. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to build up on the product until I'm happy with the coverage that I'm getting. Now you will notice, like I said, this shade is a bit darker, but I'm going to tone it down a bit with the lighter foundation. So when you're applying foundation, this is something that you can incorporate. You start with the areas that you need the most coverage. For me, like I said, is on this outer part of my face, especially on this side, and then you continue building it up as opposed to, you know, just piling on product. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to take a bit of I need a different brush. I'm going to take a bit of the lighter one and I'm going to use it on the inner parts of my face. So that's a trick that I learned. So the whole point of doing this is to make sure that you give your face some dimension, as opposed to just applying one shade. And also I'm going to be going in with this brighter one because I want my under eye to be brighter. I want the inner parts of my face to, you know, to be brighter than the outer parts. So that's why I'm going in with this very, very light shade. This is Golden Caramel. I'm also going to be using the same brush just so that it can tone it down a bit, because of course there's some leftover foundation from the previous shade that I had applied. So don't be in a hurry, just take your time with this, continue building it up until you're happy with how it looks. I'm also going to be applying some on my lid as I prepare it for eyeshadow. So I know it looks a bit light because I've gone in with a bit more product than I would, because I'm just trying to get a bit more coverage. What I'm going to do is the leftover, I'm just trying to tone down this darker color around my face, but I already like the way it looks. I feel like I can actually see the difference. I can already see a bit of contour on my cheeks, just exactly where I like to contour. So I'm just going to take my blender. This is the one, and it's not completely damp, just because, like I said, I want full coverage. I'm just going to slightly tap as I blend it out. I'm now going to take my Pro Concealer. This is in the shade Espresso. I'm going to use this for a deeper contour, just because I want my contour to pop a bit more. I'm going to use a brush just because I want a bit more precision, and also I don't want to apply too much product. Now that I'm done with that, I'm going to take the brush that I had used to apply that contour around my face, and I'm going to take that leftover concealer and contour my nose. This is something that I've really been enjoying doing, so let's do that. I'm now just blending out the concealer that I had applied on my under eye after allowing it to sit for a few minutes. So the reason I did this is because I wasn't satisfied with the coverage I had gotten from foundation. But the good thing with starting with foundation is that you just add very minimal product just to get the coverage you desire. So before we finish off the face, I'm going to let this sit for a bit as I do my brows off camera, and then I'm going to come back on here and we'll do the eyes and finish off the face. I'm now going to work on my eyes as I leave the face to set a bit more. So I'm going to start with priming my eyes. This is the NYX eyeshadow primer. It's called the Proof It Waterproof Eyeshadow Primer. I'm just going to apply this really fast. Do a quick eyeshadow look and apply my lashes, and then we're going to get back to the face. I'm going to be using my Morphe X James Charles palette. This is going to be just a one eyeshadow color. really fast, and then we move on to the rest of the face. I'm just going to go in with this shade. It's called, yes, so the color is No Beans. I used to use this a lot. It's been so long, it's to the point where I've even forgotten. So I'm just going to apply this all over my lid on both sides, starting with the outer corner, just bringing it in. Now, using an eyeshadow brush that does not have any product on it, I'm just going to blend it all out just to make sure I get rid of the harsh lines, especially on the edges. I had to finish the eyes off camera because that was a bit of a struggle applying the eyeliner, especially. As I wait for my lashes to dry, let's do the powder. So I'm going to go in with my black opal powder, and I'm just going to use my sponge to set everything. I'm now going to take my illegal press powder, and I'm going to just brush off any excess using the same powder, just to make sure that there's no flashback as I also set the rest of my face. I decided to add a bit of warmth and depth to my face, and I'm using the same eyeshadow that I used as a bronzer, which was No Beans from the Morphe Extreme Charles palette, and I'm just using an angled brush to blend that out. I'm now going to use a Davis pencil. This is a lighter one than the one I use on my brows, and I'm going to use it as a lip liner. As you can see, I'm just following the outline of my lips, lining them before I go in with a lipstick. I decided to go in with a pink lipstick. It's one that I've used quite a couple of times, and after doing that, I applied a gloss on top. I'm really loving glossy looks, glossy lips, even though we can't really wear them right now because we have to wear masks, but you know, yeah, I'm really into that right now. After that, I went in with a setting spray. Of course, it's important to set your makeup to make sure everything stays into place. That's the Morphe setting mist. This is the final look, you guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something from it. I love this look. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and of course subscribe to my channel. I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.